In general, the more we develop a field and the longer we produce it, the more reservoir data we collect. In many mature fields, infill drilling, water flooding, and enhanced recovery projects result in a surge of new information. Also, as time goes on, our information tends to become more accurate, more precise, and more site-specific. Let's look at this process of data collection. Early gravity and seismic surveys allow us to make rough estimates of a prospect's size, structure, and lithology, and help us define the lowest risk exploratory targets. Subsequent exploration and delineation wells provide us with preliminary formation data. But our first detailed knowledge of rock and fluid properties, fluid saturations, and production potential comes from logs, cores, and well tests. It is also vital to collect fluid samples for PVT analysis from the first drilled wells, since this is the only time at which the samples reflect original reservoir conditions. This early information forms the basis for a development drilling program and additional logging, coring, and testing opportunities. Production often begins during this development phase, providing us with additional reservoir data. Each of these information sources provides us with valuable insights for managing a reservoir. The problem in mature fields is that much of this information may not exist. Many fields drilled during the early 1960s, for example, were developed without extensive coring, well testing, or fluid analyses. Although at least one log run was usually made for each well, these logs had not evolved to today's standards. While these older fields may have extensive completion, production, and pressure records, even this information has to be carefully checked for validity. In contrast, many fields drilled in the 1970s and later, especially offshore fields, have had comprehensive data acquisition programs in place from the beginning. These fields required large initial investments, which made it easy to justify data collection costs. In any case, before starting a reservoir study, the management team has to determine how much information it has available and whether this information is adequate.